I would like to close my conclusion saying some things about this web conference. I think we have clearly understood that it's a strategic moment to define policies at European, regional, and national and regional level. It's a strategic moment also to define objectives and to organize activities on soil protection and regeneration. And we are strongly convinced that it's time also to obtain a legal framework legislation on soil. We have to work hardly to increase soil fertility at first, investing in also in soil literacy, in living labs and in lighthouses. And we have to engage, first of all, farmers, but also food companies, chemical companies, especially biorefineries, but also renewable energy producers and university. I think that many objectives are to be reached. For example, we have to increase the use of compost from organic waste in agriculture. We have to invest on bio-based materials, such as products with cardoon by Novamont, Coldiretti, and farms like Terrafelix. We have to spread agricultural best practices for a healthy soil to all farmers, not only to organic farmers, but to all farmers. We have also to focus on the role of sustainable livestock farming and biogas production, because they can be a source of for natural fertilizers for increasing soil fertility. We have also to work on regulation on carbon markets, involving directly farmers and foresters. We have to increase green public procurement, not only on food, but also on bio-based materials. And we have to hardly to reduce and if possible to stop soil consumption. I think that in conclusion, it's time to act, and it's time to act together. As Resoil Foundation, we are ready to give our contribution and to work together in order to have care of our soil, also organizing and coordinating projects and activities in Italy and in the European Union. But now it's time to act, but it's also time to close our web conference. Roberto Ferrigno, please take the floor. And with your last speech, we are close to the end of our web conference. Thank you for everybody for your attention and your contribution.
Well, thank you, Mr. Moncalvo. Obviously, I totally share what you just said. This is a call for action. It's a time really to join forces and get what we are looking for since a long time. And in our point of view, according to us, the European policy initiative on the circular bioeconomy, the next step is the new European Union soil strategy that the Commission is going to adopt, hopefully, before the end of this year. As Mr. Moncalvo said, there is a strong need to act together, to bring together all interested stakeholders. He also rightly mentioned that there are other pieces of legislation that are coming into force. For instance, the legislation on waste, setting a mandatory requirement for the separate collection of bio-waste. And I would just also emphasize the need to take into account the social dimension of all those measures that we are going to discuss, to debate, and hopefully to implement in the framework of the Green Deal. I think today we get very clear examples about the need to reward, the need to compensate all those actors, farmers, for agroforestry entrepreneurs, and so on and so forth, to really change the framework because of the need to decarbonize. As Vice President Timmermans said, the Green Deal is going to be social, or is not going to be. So absolutely the social dimension, the need to reward the actors for the good practices and the good deeds is absolutely essential. So in this respect, I think that's it for our point of view. Thank you very much for inviting us again to this interest webinar. And we look forward working together. As I said, the next step is the EU soil strategy. Hopefully, there will be possibilities to finally implement a comprehensive EU legal framework for the protection of soil. Thank you very much.
Thank you to all. I remember at the end that the conference record would be published on the website of Resoil and Chimica Verde Bionet. Thank you to all. Good evening.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Ciao a tutti, buonasera.
Ciao Francesco.
Buonasera a tutti.
A presto.
Ciao, arrivederci.
Ciao, grazie a tutti.